Hey, good morning, everyone. How the heck are you on this Monday? November. My goodness, we're on November. Ay, ay, ay. November 10th, 2025. Everybody ready for the great big Thanksgiving? Great big Christmas coming up. Oh, mercy me. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello. Let me get my picture off there. There we go. Now we have a great big old chart. Good morning, Bob. What's going on? Okay. Hey, Carmen. Hey, I want to thank everybody that posted tickers this weekend. I think we had a ticker fest. There were a few of us that posted a whole lot of tickers over there in Discord. Those in the Hit and Run Candlesticks trading room, I posted my list up there, so you should be able to see it, or you got it on your phone, maybe. Anyway, like I say, thank you very much for everybody participated. That's the way our trading community works, is when everyone works together and tosses things out there, ideas. Please don't be bashful. Okay. Here's another thing. Don't be bashful of. Do me a favor. This helps everything and growth. And that is, when you're watching this on YouTube or any YouTube, please leave a comment, give a thumbs up, post something there that's going to make me talk about it. Okay. I would love to do that, but that is very, very important for the growth of YouTube, their algorithm. It just, I just need your help on that. So please, if everybody could do that, I would appreciate it. Also, there was one more important thing. Make money today. Okay. Make money today. So I see the knuckleheads have come to an agreement. All right. I think that's cool. Now let's get going. Great big old hammer Friday. And here we're gapping up today. There's always a chance that the gap is going to get filled. There's always that chance. And it doesn't have to be today. It could be up 3 or 4 bars and then down. So always keep that in mind. I still believe that we get closer to 700. That means that, let's make this green. That means this is what I'm looking for. And I know, everybody knows that there's going to be little pullbacks. That just is normal, natural, and that's okay, as long as we get closer to that 700. Somebody asked me last night, we were private chatting, they asked me, so you really think it's going to get to 700? And I said, well, it's going to get pretty darn close. Okay. And then they asked, well, what's going to happen after 700? Well, I don't have the foggiest clue. I just think 700, I'm not the only one who thinks this. There's a lot of other people. And I think just the getting to that 700. I apologize. I just now had some kind of internet interruption, so I hope everything came back on. It looks like it did. Anyway, so there we are. Price on the SPY is now back over the T line and the trend indicator. We start moving over our, oh, there it is. We start moving, well, you know what? Let me come back over here. Keep it clean, I guess. We start moving over this 680 area. Then I think we're pretty much golden to move up here. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's get this out of the way and go to T2123. There's T2123. We're still in underwater, but I suspect that we're going to pop up this morning. You can see how the VIX is down. That's real time here. So you can see how that's moved down here. That should work out pretty good for us. So I think for a little bit, anyway, the bulls are in charge. I'm looking forward to it. As I think I mentioned it last week. Last week I took a bath. I mean, it was not a good week for me. Horrible. I stayed in positions I shouldn't have, and it bit me right in the butt. But that's okay. All traders have problems. Some of the problems may be different than other traders. I'll come back. I'm not worried. My goal is still to quadruple. That's a double 2 times in 12 months in 2025. Okay. I've already tripled it. I think my statement is out, so I'll get it set up, I'll get my account number off of it, and we'll get it posted on the website. And I urge everybody, please, everybody, go look at it. I want to prove that I've done it. I want to prove that it's doable, and I want to prove that everyone can do it. Um, just following a few rules and staying steady. When you don't stay steady, well, you have a bad week like I did. Okay, so but we'll make it up. I'm not worried. Not yet, anyway. Hey, good morning, Neil. How are you? Thanks for being there. All right, let's look at some charts here. Well, first of all, let's better look at these, right? Um, so the SPY, we're back up. You can see overall the SPY is trending up here. You can see the Qs are about the same way. Overall, we're still trending. Here we pop down, hammer. Price now is above the trend indicator. And my trend, my only trend is price above the T line. Turn that around, which that's not quite there yet. Not yet. Uh, T line is above the trend indicator. That's all I need. And then and then here's another one I like to see. I like to see we'll make it blue, the trend indicator on the hard red edge. I like to see it higher than itself, say 20 days ago. Okay. So that's a little tidbit for everybody out there, little tidbit. And then what that does is it gives you a trend. Okay. Yeah. So with that, let's go look at some stocks. We'll start with Sharon there because she posted one out that I bought Friday. Let's start with LYFT. LYFT. Thank you, Sharon. So I picked up late Friday. And members, if you look at the chat, I did post it all out there. It was late. It was pushing the bell, but I got it out there. I bought some Lyft Friday. It looks like we're gapping up, so I'll be in the money this morning. That's a great way to be. I also want to point out we're coming to this top. It's been a while. I don't get asked too much lately. I don't know if it just goes in spurts. But am I afraid of this top? No, I'm not afraid of this top. What I'm afraid of is this. We get to that top and we get a candle like that. That's what I'm afraid of. So I watch it pretty closely, and if that happens, because there is no guarantee that happens. I can't turn that off. There we go. There's no guarantee that's going to happen. We may sit here and move sideways and consolidate for a day or two. That's for sure. And we might even pull back, but a pullback, normal pullback would be fine. It's those big ugly candles that bothers me. So a little pullback would be fine, but right now I still see this moving up. I wouldn't be surprised if we get up in the 25 area on this. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah. Let's see, I'm going to take this highs and go down to this low right here. Better make it this high right here. And then we're going to take this and I'm going to move it right to that breakout. Yeah, man, there's some good targets up there, right there. And we'll talk about that more today. And then Sharon, thank you again. DDOG, D-Dog, look at that. For those that are in it, congratulations. Simply move that stop up, what makes you feel like, you still want to be in it, and just chase that price right up there, take some profits along the way. Grab your goals so you can double your account or triple it, quadruple it, or whatever you want to do with your account. Get it where it's where you want it. So that's a nice little, I'm going to flag that one. That's a nice chart. Thank you very much. Hey, Daryl, good morning to you. PCG, PCG, there we go. PCG is one that I've got on my list. As you can see this on the left side there, PCG. That's one on my list, and I'm with you on it. I think it's hot. I think it's rocking. I think it's worth it. It looks pretty good. I also want to mention that just because, say, Daryl puts this chart out here, and just because I like it, it doesn't particularly mean it's going to go up today, and It sure doesn't mean. Yeah, kind of. I feel kind of drunk here. I don't know why. I mean, I'm just kind of my mouse is all over the place. There we go. And it certainly doesn't mean that the targets I posted on this are going to get hit today or tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Certainly doesn't mean that. Um, one of the most important, we'll call it an indicator. I don't think it's an indicator, but we have to put it in that basket that every person must have, and that every person has. Some has it with a larger degree, and that's patience. Okay, you have to have patience. Let the chart work. And you have to have patience to let the chart work, and you have to have the smarts to get rid of it when it's not working. So, um, uh, yeah, that's something that the good conversation can build on that tool right there. But anyway, PCG looks great. I love it. Um, Good morning, S. You're looking at some O'Reilly, ORLY. Yeah, that's on my list too. You can see it there, it popped up. That's another one on my list. So my list is broken down. You can see these green check marks. If it has a green check mark, that means that the 3 is above the 8, the 3 high is above the 8, and the 8 is above the 17, and price is above the 17. If it doesn't have a check mark, it means it's just set up, much like O'Reilly. Okay. So there's two levels of trades here. There's trades where we're still in a what I'm going to call a downtrend, and could go to a bullish trend, which would be a buy right away. If a check mark popped in here during the day, like I said, these are the ones that are already a check mark. This column over here, if you're wondering, that is where the weekly and daily, the 3 is above the 8 and 8 above the 17 and price above the 7, the trend indicator. So I've broken down to where we are absolute trending here, and down here we're not quite trending, but it has a good chance to. These down here are also good candidates for shorts if the market was to not move up. All right, good chance candidate. All righty. So yeah, I think O'Reilly looks pretty good here. Pretty happy with it. Wouldn't mind getting it. This is one of those. Um, I used the term champion last week. A champion chart. And what's a champion chart? Champion chart to me is like a Microsoft, NVIDIA, high quality, uh, Palantir, O'Reilly, Walmart. Those are champion charts to me. Um, in fact, that's something that I would like to ask our team here at Hit Run Candlesticks. Maybe we could put together a champion list, and we should probably talk about what makes a champion, and put together just a champion list of super quality stocks. And maybe that's something we can do this week. All righty. What else do we have? Anything over here? Net. Net is looking real good. Look at net. Net. Nice pop to the upside here. We pulled back. Look at that bullish and ball gulf. I would say this thing moves up toward that 225, 260 mark, if you ask me. It'll do its normal thing here. It'll come up, it'll rest. Heck, it might even come back down and test some lows. And then that's what I'm looking at. I think I like net. I think net looks pretty darn good, don't you guys? Let's see, where are we? Make sure I'm getting everybody. All right, let's go take a look at some of these over here that I have. Look at A moving up. Nice little run to the upside. We're back in trend. Watch for a little bit of a rest that would trigger a buy when the bulls started to step in. Let me get my arrow here. Make it green, right? We like green. So, if we get any kind of rest at all on this, I think this would be a good candidate for a buy on AA. Take a look at BTU. BTU. How do I get there? Oh, there it is. And I have a weekend and I forget how to use my keyboard. Now I'm currently holding BTU. It looks like it's gonna do pretty well. I'm still looking at BTU coming up here to the top. Um, go to this chart over here, I guess. I'm still looking for BTU to come up and test this top. And from where it is, we're in the neighborhood of 12 and a quarter percent on that swing. And I'll certainly be closing that swing out there or before we get there. It all depends how the swing looks, depends how the candles look, and it depends how the market looks. Okay. Take a look at GM, the GM here. I mean, can you not see these as being possible targets up there? I mean, this should be something everybody did. Oh, yeah, that just makes all the sense in the world, right? So do me a favor. When this video comes out, go into YouTube, leave me a note and say, "Yes." So I know you guys watched it. Say, "Yes, those targets look great for YouTube or for GM." If you'll do that for me, then I'll know you're watching my video, okay? That would be a good thing. Thank you very much. Let's see, Intel. You know, I was short Intel, had to get rid of it. Now I'm looking at possibly buying Intel long. It's starting to set up, may get a little pop to the upside. QS, look at QS here. I think we're just moving sideways on QS. I think there's a lot of folks that might be buying it here. There's nothing wrong with that. If it starts to break out of that downtrend, let's put that downtrend in there just like this. We start to break out of that downtrend, that would sure trigger a buy for a whole lot of traders right there. Wouldn't you agree? RTX. Yes, thank you. RTX is I'm flagging that one right now. Look at that. Let's get rid of this. We don't need any of that. We don't need that. There you go. That is one pretty chart. Bouncing right off the trend indicator, right up in the top side of the T line. Today, we're putting an inside day. Once again, can you see these targets? Can you visualize price going to those targets? Again, if you watch this on YouTube, shout out at me a great big yes on the RTX targets. I know you watched it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for putting up with me. I absolutely appreciate it. Hey, Daryl or Val, you're looking at some WBD. WBD. Nice trend up here. I've got a target sitting here at about 24 and a half. So I totally agree. I mean, look, the trend is your friend. The trend is the best thing in the world. And when it comes to trading, the trend I use is those dots, and then I want the T line on top of it. And then what I'm going to do is look for pullbacks and then entry points, right? Like that. So rallies, and then we're going to look at you know, pullbacks and then entry points. So we've got one right here, don't we? The trend leads, trend rules. Nice chart, thank you. AEO, do you buy our member Daryl? Thank you. Check out that Fig Newton chart pattern right here and that follow through. Um, wow. Wow. How about a 17 and a half or so percent swing back to the top? Wow. Yeah, let's give a big wow on that one. That's a nice chart. Thanks. Rickster's looking at some NEO. NEO right now just moving sideways. So I think what I would want to do is it's moving sideways, and there's also a little wedge in here. There's a wedge between the profits. So let's get out of that wedge. Certainly buyable right here. Absolutely. You know where your stop is. This is a slam dunk stop. If we fall out of that wedge, you know to be out of it. If we break out of that wedge, you know to maybe press the gas pedal. and rock and roll up to that 50% retracement area, about 12 bucks right there. Let's see. Great watch list today. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate that. Thank you. Neil. There's several people that's watch list contributors. Neil is one of those. He sends me a list all the time. Daryl and a few others. Sonny, send me some. All right, let's, what else do we have here? Let's take a look at IAG. IAG is up. I was kind of hoping this one wouldn't be gapping up. I wish this was an inside day. I think that would have been a buy, period. Just buy it and hold it. That's looking pretty good right there. Hertz. What in the world makes Hertz go up? I mean, what is it? It's just a car rental company. Um, I don't know. I would think Hertz would be more like a steady Eddie kind of thing. But here it is. It's hopping and popping. It's reached that 50% retracement. The next target up is about this $7.60 mark. Oh, Rivian. I bought some Rivian Friday. Rivian is got a bull kicker here, big pop up. We had some just some movement, and then Friday I bought it, saw this tail, saw this body, buy some Rivian. If we look at Rivian, let's go to a weekly chart, make it bigger. There we go. Now let's draw a line right here or right there. We get through this base, my targets come into play. So pop through that base, I'm looking at 35% on the first target and then 61% on the second target. So this is one of those charts where I think we could put on our watch list is how I'm going to do it. And that's the playground right there. You don't have to buy it right now. You don't even have to buy it tomorrow or the next day because it's not going to go up there in one day. Plan your trade your plan. Be very sure, never be greedy, never say, I've got to get in early. Don't do that. Make a good trade plan, make a good target plan, and have an exit. Have a back door so you can get out of this thing if you need to get out of it. And this could be a big winner for everybody. This could be really nice. Could be. What's another one here? Do you guys see Ford since we're looking at things with wheels? Look at Ford moving up. Ford looks good. What else have we got down here? Oh, Walmart. I'm still holding my Walmart. Still looking forward to. I've had to adjust my 50% target area because each time we went down or each low we made, I had to drag it down, and that changed that 50% there. So that's the new 50% mark. We get through that, then we can move up here. But right now, that 50% mark is my main target on Walmart. So far, the price action's done pretty good. We've got a low, high, higher low. We have made that higher high. We are there. So a little follow through would be really, really good for Walmart. One big thing that's concerning me a little bit, I've only got 10 days left for earnings. So I've got to decide what I'm going to do with that. Here's some charts that I'm what I call flyers, sort of like USAR. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be a big player ever. It could be it just could be a little grease in a fry pan. But it's the kind of stock that will pay you handsomely if you're in it. Um, what's another? Is this one of those? Um, yeah, this one's another one. Little grease in a fry pan, just kind of spit and spatting everywhere. It's hot as a pistol. It could start taking off and making you a ton of money. But it's also the kind that will take that money from you in a heartbeat when it's not when it turns out that it's not more than a little speck of Crisco in a pan. Here's one that I'm looking to trade. PLTR as well. This is the inverse ETF, PTIR. I'm looking to get back into this one. looking for a breakout. We could get 50 bucks on this. So nice round numbers. That's 10 bucks up from where it was. I'm not going to buy it here. I'm going to need to set up. My setup will have to be trend in place. Now I could use intraday trend as well. So I'll look at 60-minute or 3-bar chart maybe to get me in. But I am looking very serious at getting into this one. Okay. And then the last one here today is Tesla. I know a lot of people are this weekend talked to me about Tesla. Had several people ask about it. And I heard somebody, don't know, I should have tried to remember who it was, upgraded this thing to about 600 bucks. So I think we should be able to get 500 anyway. Um, Tesla's going to chop around until it gets going, so be careful with that. Either be willing to hold it or wait for the right time. And the right time really is when it starts to break out. That'll be the right time. Okay, everything down here is chop zone, and it could ding you if you're trying to go in and out, in and out, in and out. You're just going to get crushed and crushed and crushed and crushed and crushed. So, with that, everybody, please have a wonderful, wonderful, day, and please do remember check out that YouTube. Do me a favor, all right? I really need all the members and all the people watching the video. I need your help. Watch that video at least for 6, 7, 8 minutes, okay? Leave a comment if you can. Give me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And that will keep the video going, okay? All right, everyone, you guys all take care. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys in the trading room in about 30 minutes, okay? Have a great week.